conspiracy theories, armed enemies. Secretary Hegseth, do you think American voters are enemies of the United States? A simple yes and no or suffice.
I think legal voters, I think everybody who's legal should vote, yes.
So American voters are not enemies of the United States? Yes. You're agreeing with me?
I think America's legal citizens should vote, yes.
How many armed enemies of the United States have attempted to interfere in the last election? Can you recall any time when armed enemies of the United States attempted to interfere in the last election or the 2020 election?
We just had the King of England here a while ago. But
so 250 years ago. Okay, very good. All right. Well, Secretary Hegseth, if President Trump ordered you to deploy troops to polling places during the midterm elections this fall, which would violate the law I just cited, would you implement his order? Yes or no?
What you're trying to insinuate is that the president would give unlawful orders and we would somehow deploy troops as a result. And the evidence of our department is that we've worked alongside law enforcement very effectively for 15 months. Los Angeles would have been on fire for the summer had we not come across
I humbly disagree with that, but this is not a hypothetical situation that I'm inferring on. Your president in January of this year told the New York Times that he regretted not ordering the National Guard to seize voting machines in key states after the 2020 election. Last I heard from you, the last time we had any kind of armed enemies at any type of voting places was 250 years ago. We're talking 2020. So if the president, again, I'm asking you, orders you to break election law, violate the Constitution and the law, would you follow the orders of the president? Yes or no?
The president, you like to insinuate that the president issues
illegal orders. It's a simple question.
And does not.
Who would you follow, the president or the Constitution?
I will note that in 2024, troops were deployed. That was Joe Biden, by the way. Joe Biden were deployed to polling locations in 15 states. 2024, Joe Biden, troops deployed to polling locations in 15 states. Explain that one to me.
I am asking you a question now. You seem to really like Joe Biden. You've brought his name up more than many other topics today. Answer the question. Who are you beholden to, Mr. Secretary, the president or the Constitution?
Well, I
if you can't answer that question,
very proudly served
that
as
question
president.
when I asked
very
you
proudly swear an oath to defend the Constitution
in Los Angeles. He couldn't answer that either. So I think our answer is very clear. Obviously, you have taken a oath of loyalty only to the president and not the people of this country. Let's move on now, and let's talk about AI. The Marvin Smart system, which appears to be the program on record being used in Iran, does the targeting work we know of about 2,000 people.
It's called the Maven system, not the Marvin system.
Excuse me. Thank you so much for that correction. It does it in a fraction of the time. The intention was to compress the kill chain, and the result was an attack that killed almost 200 children. Would you agree that tragic actions like this prove that when we trade time and humans for safety, people die?
The Maven system is a very effective tool, and inside that we have very prescriptive processes by which we ensure as much precision as humanly possible in very complex battlefield environments.
So you think we took every absolute effort to make sure that innocent civilians did not die in this attack?
I know that there is no country on planet Earth that takes more measures to ensure that civilian harm or civilian casualties are minimized than the United States of America and this War Department, and that is a fact.
Okay, and yet, Mr. Secretary, you eliminated the Department's civilian harm reduction staff. You eliminated for a country that makes great efforts to make sure human casualties are reduced or eliminated. Don't you think that goes actually counter to what you just said? Would these children not still be alive if you had not eliminated all of these staff working within CENTCOM?
We didn't eliminate them. We made sure that those things that they normally accomplish are at the field level, which they are. And all of these processes are in place at every level. Would you not agree that
something clearly has failed, whether it's our implementation of AI, whether it's understanding our human dependence on AI? Would you not agree something failed because almost 200 children died in Iran as a result of our bombing?
You're insinuating something where an investigation is not complete.
Gentley's time's expired. Chair now recognizes